What's up, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you the top 9 items that sold in the category of apparel. If this is the first time on my channel or the first time watching a What Sold video, this is how it works. I choose one category and one category alone. That way you can focus. If you keep watching these videos week by week, I keep changing the categories. Eventually, what you'll do is that you'll have enough information so that you can pick what you want to sell and you can add it to your store to make more money. I also answer questions and look at comments. So if you ever have something to say or have a question, leave it in the comments below and see if it makes it into the video. Before we get started with the sales, I do want to say that I'm going to link a video down below if you have a problem with space wherever you're at, or if you don't have a lot of money to spend on a setup to shoot clothing. I'm going to leave a video down below. That way you can see how to build one that folds up and you can put it behind the door. You can build it for under $100 and it's super simple. I've done it before and so have many other people, and you can see in the comments that that's what they're going to say. In the description, you'll also find everything that you need, links to buy everything so that you don't have to go anywhere or think about anything. Everything's done for you. All right, let's get the party started. And this is a special one because of Texas, or for Texas. Lil Wayne hoodie sweatshirt, large advisory board crystals, and guys can read the rest. I bought it for $5, sold for $70, $8.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $53.65, so $48 in profit or so. This is very special to Texas. If you guys didn't know, because you're not from here or if you're somewhere else in the world, Austin, Texas is known for their music. They have so many music festivals across the entire year, and people from all over the world know Austin. So why is this important? If you are in the area, this is what happens. When they have festivals, they sell merchandise. Most of the merchandise sells, and what doesn't sell, what do you think happens to it? They try to sell it afterwards for people that didn't get to go to the concert or whatever. But if not, those big companies that make that merchandise, the official merchandise anyways, not the fakes, they give this stuff to nonprofits like Salvation Army, Goodwill, church sales, or churches, depending on the music, because they're not going to give them ghetto-ass music. And places that are nonprofits, because they take a write-off, and then those places get that stuff for free. So essentially, what's happening is that you can buy this and it's brand new. So when you are in this area, as much as you're going to become my competition, that's okay, because I'm not a greedy and there's more than enough money to be made by everybody. Go and pick up shirts like that, sweaters, pants, whatever they're selling, the merchandise. Now, not everything is going to sell. So you got to be very careful what you buy, but a lot of it does. And the best thing about it is that you're not going to find one, you're going to find multiples. So you do one listing and then you have a bunch to sell. First question, Ed Wapney says, I have a question for you. Sell-through rates is obviously one of the most important things on the eBay store. I specialize in selling mostly car parts. He goes on and says, what's worked really well for me is ending and selling similar, changing title, item specific, and sometimes pictures. Do you think this helps your store sell-through rate if it's a new listing? Yes, and I've actually made a video about this. When you change the pictures have data encrypted into the pictures. The AI or the algorithm thinks it's different. When you change the title, change the words around, maybe switch, like get a thesaurus and switch words, make it a different word rather than whatever it is that you were using first. Change the price and change the description. That is essentially an entire new listing, and the algorithm will definitely favor it. Now, do I know 100%? No, I don't work for eBay and I don't do the algorithm, but I tested this before and it does work. Next sale, here we have Jaws jersey tank top men's large sleeveless. Bought it for $2, sold for $11.04, $8.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $13.29, so I made $11 in profit. You might be saying, well, Damien, it's not a lot of profit. Well, not everything that I'm showing you is for all the profit in the world. I'm showing you so you can understand what I was looking at. When you see Jaws, Friday the 13th, Halloween, movies that have big followings, buy their merchandise because it does sell. People collect this stuff. And this one sold in 2 days. Super fast. So even if you make, let's just say I made, what did I say right now? $11 in profit. Okay. I put in $2 and give me back 11. Come on, man. That is a no-brainer. So look at stuff like this. Even if it's Universal Studios, Disney, whatever, it does sell. Next question, at Globe Gaming says, great, what sold? Was wondering if you had any info on how to turn on eBay international shipping. Yes, I've actually already responded to him, but I'm going to say this for the rest of you. Unless I'm wrong, this is what happened. From what I read on the back end of eBay, they opted everybody in a couple of months ago because you're not shipping direct to the customer. You're not actually shipping to Australia, to the UK, to wherever. They are doing it for you. You're shipping to the global office or the global DC center here in the US. So why wouldn't they opt you in? There is a button for you to opt out, but I don't think you should, because once that sale, that product, that item gets to the eBay International Shipping DC Center, they take control. If it gets lost, if it gets stolen, if there's a problem, if there's a service problem, they take care of it. If you get scammed, they get scammed because you keep the sale. And I've done videos where I show you that they say, well, you're going to keep the sale because we protect you. So you shouldn't opt out. Just leave it opted in. Now, if you're shipping direct to the customer, that's different. You got to be real careful, because if something gets lost, then you're going to have to pay out of pocket. I don't like doing that. I don't want to do it. I've done it before, and I don't like to deal with the bullshit. So that's why I opt into the eBay Global Shipping Program. Hope that helps, brother. Here's our next one. Battle-tested long sleeve shirt, men's padded arms, quarter zip. I paid $4.26. Let's just call it $4. Sold for $20.98, $8.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $16.78. Minus the $4 that I paid, I made about $12. I'm showing you this because unless you're into paintball or airsoft, you're not really going to know about stuff like this. But assume that if it has pads, and I don't mean like pads from the 80s, like, the sport coats that had pads. I don't mean those kind of pads. I mean protective pads. If it has pads, almost always it's going to make money because it's a necessary product for some people. If you play paintball, it's going to be great. And let me tell you why these sell fast. This MSRP is going to be about $60, maybe more. If I'm selling it for $30, they're like, shit, it's half off. Why would they not want to buy it? As soon as you put this thing on, you're crawling on the ground, you're going through the bushes, you're fighting with people, it's getting all jacked up. So why would they want it new? They're like, I don't care. I'm out there, trying to kick ass. If it's going to get all dirty, who cares? I want to buy it used. So never skip on these. Just make sure that you check the comps, get it for a cheap price, and pick them up. Next comment at Bilatkins1026 says, Damien, can you please share the process of adjusting the shipping fees when you sell multiple items? I've been selling on eBay for about 7 months and have not had to deal with it, but she wants to learn. Great. Let me tell you something first. If you have it turned on to where the buyer needs to pay immediately, like immediate payment needed, then you're not going to be able to use what I'm about to tell you. If you allow for 2 to 3 days, up to 7 days, or whatever you choose for the buyer to pay, this is what's going to happen. They can put a bunch of stuff in their cart, and then they're going to do buy it now. They're not going to pay for it, but they're going to say buy it now. That puts a hold on it. It takes it out of your system, out of your inventory, and then it's kind of on hold over here until you send the invoice to them with the adjusted rates, and then they pay for it, and then you can ship it out. That's it. If anybody knows of a different way to do that, let me know in the comments below, because maybe we can help this person out. Here's the next one, and before you guys lose your shit, because I know it's Tommy Bahama, let me explain. Tommy Bahama floral long sleeve shirt, men's white silk, blend, button Hawaiian. I bought it for $4, sold for $25.98, $8.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $19.56. Minus the $4, I brought home $15 in profit. I know that this is a saturated market. I know that everybody's going to start saying bullshit about this. But listen to me. The reason I picked this up is because of the floral pattern. If it has something unique, if it is nice looking, if it is something that makes you, like when you're scrolling on your phone, like when customers are scrolling, that makes it go, what is that? That looks nice. I want to buy it. If that is the case, then buy it no matter how saturated the market, because yours will sell over the plain black ones, the plain blue ones, the white ones, etc. Next comment at Edith Nieto 1582. This is a good one. I have all cast iron, Wagner ware, everything for cooking. Teflon makes you sick. Call Teflon flu. Overheating the pan emits fumes, toxic. She's referencing bad inventory. Get rid of bad inventory on eBay. This is a great point. Teflon, in fact, is a byproduct of an industrial process. And that's how it was found. And then they just decided, because, companies are sometimes greedy as shit. And I don't think they were trying to be greedy. I think they were trying to be smart. And they said, well, if this byproduct, nothing sticks to it, can we coat a pan with it and put some huevos in it so that the eggs don't stick anymore? So that you don't need 3 sticks of butter to make eggs in a stainless steel pan. And it worked. Except now that we're finding out that if it's pierced or if there's a lot of high heat, that there are fumes that are toxic that can cause cancer. So do I recommend it? No. I use cast iron, ceramic, and a few other coatings, but I don't recommend Teflon anymore. That doesn't mean that you can't use it, and that doesn't mean that you're going to get cancer. Don't be crazy either. I'm not those crazy people that are going to tell you all the time, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, because you're going to get cancer. But can it? Yes. Ooh, here's one of my favorites. Although I'm not a road biker, but Waymo Star biking, cycling jersey, short sleeve, men's large, full zip, white graphic. I bought it for $3. Sold for $20, $8.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $20.66. So I made $17 in profit. It sold in one day. One day. These things sell. If you guys didn't know, the MTB market, I shortened it. The mountain biking, cycling, basically two wheels market is growing exponentially. And everything is so damn expensive. And to give you a comparison, there are bikes like bicycles that cost 10 grand. It's a badass bike, but it's 10 grand. I bought my motorcycle, as in my big motorcycle with an engine, for 6 grand. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Where is the disconnect here? What's going on? As much as I hate saying that, I will also say that I have a bike in the garage that's 2 grand. After all the parts that I put in, it's a $2,000 bicycle that I use all the time. And you know what? I beat that sucker up and it hasn't broken. So I understand why they're so expensive, but shit, I don't know about 10 grand, man. But that's just me. And don't take my word for it only on cycling gear. Let me show you this. AdJFree111, which is a Posse member. What's up, man? Says, awesome. I've sold 4 cycling shirts like this one in the last few months. They sell fast. Yes, they do. I actually sold 2 in the last day and like that for good money. I sent this short out explaining what to look for, as in type of materials, the little zip pocket, to not skip cycling materials. And this was a members only or a Posse members only video. And if you guys want to become members of the Posse, there's $3 level, $5 level, and $25 level. You can sign up below. And the $25 level, I'm going to explain a little bit later on because it is a very special level. Next one, here we have Ted Baker sweater, burgundy men's 4 large pockets, long sleeve button up cardigan. Ted Baker used to bring a lot more money than this, but it just hasn't for me lately. I bought it for $4, sold for $27.64, $8.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $19.58, minus the $4 that I paid, so I made $15. I'm showing you, if you guys notice, most of the stuff that I've sold is about $20. And I'm doing this on purpose. Are there items that I sell that are more? Of course there are. I'm showing you these because the $100 items are going to be harder to find, much harder. The $20 items that used to be $25 and $30 are going lower and lower. Those are easier to find. But I'm showing you this because I need you to start thinking ahead and start protecting yourself. Apparel sales are always going to be around. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not trying to scare you out of not selling apparel. But it is getting much harder and much more expensive to make money. So you got to start thinking, shit, maybe I need to learn electronics. That's the top one for sure, electronics. Maybe I need to learn shoes, jewelry, breakables, other things. You need to just learn other things. Start looking towards the future. And in fact, Wednesday's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to protect yourself in the future. How you have to diversify. Trust me, it's necessary, and it's becoming more necessary as the days go on. Next question, at Justin Crane 2760 says, question, what are your thoughts on neutral feedback? I know it's not as bad as negative, but I had 100% until the other day about 1.5 months ago, and he gives us a story. This is what I think. If you have one neutral, one negative here and there every 3 months, every 6 months, every 9 months, you can't really do anything about that. And do anything about it as in, there's going to be shit people everywhere. Even if you do the best, they're going to complain about something. Because they hate the world, they hate themselves, they just hate everybody. So don't even worry about it. Sometimes we get bogged down by the little things, which is this shit. Like, if you get one neutral, one negative, who cares? You know, it doesn't matter. Don't get bogged down by that. Instead, list more, get products with higher STR, and do the best that you can to provide the best service that you can, including packaging. That's simple, right? Now, if you have negative and neutral all the time, as in consistently, once a week, once a month, and all the time, then you have a problem and you have to have some introspection. Now you got to think, are the customers right? Maybe they're not just complaining. Maybe they have a point. So you got to look inwards before you look outwards and look at what you're doing in your business. I hope that helps. Oh, damn it, boy. This next one is one of my favorites. Although I don't have big coats because I live in Texas and it's like 100,000,000 degrees here all the time. It's hot as shit. But this Brooks Brothers Classic Duffel pea coat, I bought it for $3. Sold for $79.99, $16.99 shipping after fees and everything. I came home with $62.08. Minus the $3 that I paid, $59.08. Pea coats do well. First off, it's a lot more material, so you can assume that you're going to make more money. It's big, and if you notice, it has a classic look. Look, I understand about vintage sellers. I understand all this, but do not buy things that are vintage just because they're old and they have an old look. Not everybody wants to wear those. Always try to look for classic looks that stand the test of time because you can sell them through the years. You don't know how long it's going to take to sell. So that right there is a classic look. I love that pea coat. Oh, and let me say something about shipping. When you ship this, don't forget to charge appropriate amount because this thing, when you fold it like this, and then you triple fold and it folds into a big ass package. I had to ship it in a 14 by 10 by 10 box because I didn't want to ruin it for them. I mean, they paid $80. They're going to have this probably for a long time. So you don't want to stuff it and cram it into a box just because you're an asshole and want to save all the money in the world and don't want to pay an additional $5 so this person can have a beautiful looking coat when they receive it so that it looks nice when they open the package. Just a thought. I charged $16.99 and I ended up paying $13.93 for shipping. Next comment says, at me name. Hi, I'm super excited to join. I do have a few questions. I really would like to help with store photos and how to do better research. I get all kinds of clothing, but just got overwhelmed and lost. Well, that happens. Can't wait to chat with you. Me name is a top tier subscriber to my channel. It's $25 a month, and this is what she is getting along with two other people that are going to be with me on tomorrow. They get 2 hours twice a month to ask whatever the hell they want. They get on with me live and I'm like, okay, I'm here for you. I have 2 screens. If I don't have an answer, I will search it for you. I'm going to help you however I can to make more money. I'm going to offer you my experience. That's what they're buying. That is what they're paying me for. I am so excited to start. I have notes already. I have everything ready. I have my shooting screen and everything over here so that I'm just so excited. I really hope that you guys enjoy it and ask me all the questions you want so that I can answer them for you so that you can make more money. If you want to join like my name, click the button below and see what it's all about. Next, here we have Quicksilver Waterman short sleeve shirt, men's peach comfort fit. I bought it for $3 and this was especially good because I sold it in one day. Bought it for $3, sold for $16.99, $8.99 shipping after fees and everything. I came home with $17.26 minus the $3 that I paid, $14. And I know that some of you are going to say, well, it's just $14. Yeah, but I put in $3 and I get 14 back. I'll take that shit any day. And let me explain something specific about this one. I've sold this type of shirt, the Waterman series, a lot. I've put it up for $28 and I've put it as low as $12 because I test. The pricing for $28, it took me months for it to go down because I lower the price by $1.01 every month. It took me a few months and I ended up selling it for $21. And when I sold it for $12, or when I put it up for $12, it sold real fast. And I said too fast. So what is the medium ground? $16.99 to $19.99 for a shirt like this is the best way to market. I marked it at $16.99 because we're getting into the cold season and it is a peach looking shirt. So it's more of a summer, March, color, like a spring color. So I figured, you know what? I want to sell it fast. I'm telling you all this because you need to start looking at your products. Anytime that you put up Levi's, put it up, sometimes put it up at 28 and then other times put it at 19. And then if it takes long at 28, but it sells super fast at 19, then try 25. And then from then on, you're going to know where your medium price is. Don't be a greedy and always try to get all the money in the world. And don't be stupid and always get a little money. Always be in the middle because that moves a lot more product a lot faster which increases your STR in your store, which pushes your other products to more people. It's all a cascading game. One domino tips and it moves all the other ones. Next question, at Robert Parker 2669 says, and Robert is a member of the posse. What's up, Robert? Do you ever source at Amazon return liquidation bin stores? There's a ton of them in the San Antonio area, I've noticed, and Austin has a few. Yes, I have sourced at these places, but do I normally source there? No. I'm sourcing more online now because I don't like to go to those places as much, but they do well. The problem with having a strategy going to places like that is that a lot of the times those boxes are unbranded. Like they don't have anything on the outside, so you don't even know what's in them. And you're fighting people and elbowing people and shit, so it's kind of a toss-up. What you should do is don't always try to go when it's the cheapest. And if you don't have enough money, don't go when it's the most expensive. But when it's in the middle, in my experience, that's when the least amount of people go, and that's when you should go to see what you can find. The bigger the box doesn't always mean the more money you're going to get. Little boxes sometimes of electronics will make you a lot more money. And last but not least, look at these. And before you guys lose your shit, because they're salvage, and you saw already what I sold them for, just wait. Kaihara Japanese Raw Salvage Denim Jeans. 38 by 32, and they're Gap. They're made by Gap, which is a shit company in my eyes. Paid $4 for them. Sold them for $33.99, $8.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $25.28. That means that I brought home $21 in profit. I know that salvage jeans make or can make a lot more money. 80, 90, 100, more even. Two reasons why I had them at that price. Number one, because they're Gap. And no matter how you cut it, Gap is a shit brand. It's like a fast fashion brand. And it just sucks. And this is just me talking. I mean, if you guys like Gap, then go for it. Whatever. You like what you like. Two, I put it at this price because they were stained. And things that I couldn't remove. I washed them. I tried to clean them. My girl is really good at doing that. And she's like, I can't remove them. You're fucked. Just put them up like that and make sure you tell the customer. And they still sold. That goes to show that even Gap, a shit company, can sell jeans like this because they're salvage. Salvage jeans are really good. And I'm not going to go into all the details of how to look for them. Google it because there's so many things to look for. And you'll see what salvage means. But they do bring in good money. And last but not least, this is going to be fun. At GSGH6 says, they're referencing how to handle an eBay payment dispute. It says, nope, eBayer does not protect you. I just lost a dispute over $525. I'm going to read it like I'm hearing it. In which I did nothing wrong at all. The bank has all the power. No seller protection for me. I sell $50,000 a year, 100% feedback, and have sold for 9 years. Still no help for that transaction. Long story. This is my response. Sorry to hear that, but must be a one-off situation because in my experience, they're decent most of the time. Wishing you the best in 24 and beyond. And then somebody at the bottom says, thanks for the note. I chose not to accept returns. Buyer wants to return and decline. My right to do so. He opens a case with the credit card company, gets his money back and keeps the item. And then eBayer pulls $525 from my account. eBay even states that I did nothing wrong at all, but I am out of the money. No seller protection for me. Really sad to the lack of support. Okay. I understand this issue. And I know that a lot of you are going to have this issue. But I have tons of videos on this. And I always say the same thing. Don't lose your shit over one stupid transaction, even if it's $500. If you're already saying that you made $50,000 a year, but you lost $500, focus on the other $49,500 that you did make. Getting really pissed off and saying that they never protect you. You know what? They do protect you. eBay is really good at this, but our system in the US, period, is very difficult to beat sometimes. It's a shit system. The customer really does have the upper hand because they can just do a payment dispute. It was a bad item or they defrauded me or whatever, and they're going to win. And you know how I know? Because right now, when I'm filming this video, somebody's trying to defraud me for $100 worth of the Owl whiskey glasses that I actually showed on a Breakables video a while back and during my live. I sold them, and I told you guys I sold them that day, and they're trying to claim a payment dispute. So I'm probably going to be out $100. I'm going back and forth with that person. And no matter how you cut it, they're trying to fuck me. And if they fuck me for $100, then fine. But trust me, I'm in the right and they're trying to screw me. And that's just what it is. But am I pissed off? No. Like, does it bother me? Yeah, a little bit, because people are shit sometimes. But mostly, eBay is good. People want to be good. I want to believe that this world is good overall. I know there's a lot of shit that happens. I understand that we get pissed off. I understand that there's scammers all the time. But when you look at the big picture, it's one transaction in 1,000 or one transaction in 10,000 or whatever the case for you. So come on, don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive. Keep making money. Keep finding those great items with the highest TR. Keep giving the best customer service possible. Keep giving the best packaging possible for your customers. And I bet you that they will reward you with more sales. That's it, everybody. If you had a problem trying to find out what to sell in apparel, there you go. Those are the top 9 items that sold. And it's coming to you from Resolutions, because Resolutions gives you real solutions. To continue to support the channel, you can always buy a shirt, a hat, or a logo sticker from the store below. As always, give this video a like, share this with anybody that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace and cheers. It's water today. I am hella dehydrated. We had a 5-hour mountain bike ride. Very difficult. 2 minutes of downhill fun and like 8 minutes of steep ass climbing. My legs hurt, my nalgas hurt, everything hurts, but it is a great place to go. RPR, Reveille Peak Ranch. Awesome. And now because of that, I have to have a lot of water. It was also maybe the beers that I drank last night, but hey, we're not talking about that right now. Oh, it's okay, Bubba. I clean it up for you. My 14-year-old dog, he's blind, he's already older, and he's having some squishy poops today, so he let me know. Like, he always lets me know, but today, you know, his stomach isn't feeling well, so he went inside and now I gotta clean it up. So I'm like this later. It's because it smells like poop in here. It's okay, I gotta do whatever I gotta do for my dog because he deserves it.